Hello, this is Aaron Holmberg at Corvallis Middle School in Corvallis, Montana, and this video here is for parents of students in my math classes. I want to help you understand what to do with this pink piece of paper here that comes attached as a score sheet for unit tests. I'm probably going to give you more information than you might want to know about sort of the theory and work behind this, but I'm really hoping that that comes back to tell you what do you do with this and what do you make of it. So first of all the materials you see here were created by Corvallis Middle School teachers, myself and the other fifth grade teacher. We based it on the published curriculum we have, which is of course founded on the Common Core standards for math. Um, Again, this is the heart of it, is understanding what do you do with this pink piece of paper. Well, one of the first questions parents might ask is they'll look at this and say, you have percentage on here. Why are you bothering to do all of this? Why can't we just go with percentage? Percentage-based grading is not very descriptive. It's traditional, and it has a lot of traditional and cultural meaning, sort of as Americans. We think of ABC, and that has certain connotations for us. But a percent really does not communicate the meaning of standards-based grading, especially when we're using a breakdown like we see on this pink piece of paper. So this, of course, is just tape. I've covered up all the names, and I'm not revealing any student work or which class this is from or that sort of thing. On the score sheet you'll see two grade areas here, and these are areas that are going to show up on the report card. Students are going to get a process grade in math and a content grade in math. And these targets here represent the things that they did, or the activities, the mathematical practices that they engaged in this test, and our assessment of those. This is sort of an overall mark that represents these. Same is true down here for content. So you could have fractions or geometry or whatever specific content a test sort of leans towards, and those will be noted here, and this is sort of an overall mark of that. Now there's no calculation that's going on here. This is professional judgment. Some of these sections are weighted more heavily by our instruction, or we have higher expectations for how students might do one of these over another on any given test. But as a parent, what it's here for, what are all these marks here for, is so that you can help your student make growth. The version 1 is followed about a week later by a version 3 test. And in each of these areas, as you take a student's test and make corrections over the week for homework, we're really wanting to help students make changes and to grow. So it could be they make goals with percentages. They just want to move up percent. It could be there's certain areas on this that you look at with them. For example, you'll notice that in each one of these sections here, we're numbering what, or we're referencing what numbers on the test really where those marks come from, or you can really see where we're looking. There are several reasons why we use this form here to help students. One is we want students to be able to make goals themselves on what are they going to improve. We also want to give students a chance to be able to take a test like to score at a level 4. How do you get a 4 on the report card? It's by moving beyond what's expected, and that comes in the version 3 test as well. So again, why do we do all of this? There's another side of it, and I'll back up and show you this part. This is kind of a teacher's life here. So this weekend, I went through and I graded all of these tests, and I did all of these score sheets. And for each of my class, for a version 2 test, I make one of these. So this weekend, I made 2 of these here. On the left, you see all the different marks students have earned. It's every section of the test and what those major objectives were. And I'm tracking areas that students do well on. That's why it's green. Pink and yellow would be that they didn't quite get it. You can see here that as a teacher, this helps me decide what do I need to teach better. It also allows me to know if there are any students that might work well to help another student learn. And of course, I'm doing this for both classes for version 2, and then I turn around a week later and I do this again for the version 3 because I want to see, did my instruction work, and are students making progress, and can I prove to myself that our efforts are working to help students learn math. I share all of this not to impress you. I share it because I want you to understand that we want students to make growth, and we're putting a lot of time and effort into really helping students as much as we can. And that's what's behind this. That's why we're not just using a simple mark. We want you to help as a parent simply by encouraging a student that growth is everything. Growth is what matters. If their numbers over here are kind of low, we want you to help focus